everyone, today is a highly requested video and I am finally getting around to do it because I figured out what I'm going to make this Applejack into. So what you will need for this process is some Scotch tape, Rit dye. It has to be liquid. Liquid works the best in my opinion, and a pony. Now you can get these at your local store, wherever you shop. I get them at Walmart, or you can get the pony or Scotch tape at Target. I haven't seen it at Target, but you can always check it out. First, I'm just going to go over the types of ponies that you'll need because certain ponies' hair doesn't work when you dye it. Like, for instance, these ponies do not work when you dye the hair because since they're only $3, the tail quality is a lot cheaper, and this is one of them, and the dye doesn't hold in the tail, so it just washes right out. Though the hair, it does stay just a little bit, but they just don't stay in their tails at all, so never dye these ones' tails because it just falls right out. More good quality pony would be like, for instance, this one. It's a Cutie Mark Magic Applejack, and she has 2 dots in the eyes. She was $4 to $5. Came in a nicer package. Her tail is nicer quality. This kind of pony dyes the hair. The more expensive ones, you can dye their hair. And I will give an example of some ponies that I did dye the hair. Here is what the Pinkie Pie originally looks like, and then I dyed this one's hair orange. Since it was already pink, I used yellow and made it orange. And with an Applejack, you can see the natural, and I dyed this one teal. Big difference. And I also dyed Melon's hair. She was originally a Fluttershy, and I dyed it pink. So you can kind of get an idea of the effectiveness on the more expensive ponies. And one more thing that is really important. You must make sure you know what you're going to do with this pony, what color you're going to use. You need to plan it out because sometimes the color turns out different than the bottle because of the color the hair naturally is. Like, maybe I wanted this to be yellow, but her hair was already pink, so it turned orange. Same thing with this one. I used blue dye, and I wanted it to be blue, but it turned out purple-ish. So you want to make sure you are aware of that before you dye it. Just plan out what color you know the hair is going to turn out to be. And Applejack, I recommend, is the best pony for dyeing hair because she has such a light color that any color pretty much dyes her hair, like this teal. But let's get into what I'm going to do. If you were wondering, I'm going to turn this pony into a Adagio Dazzle. So I'm going to paint over the pony later. So if you ever want to protect the pony, like if you want to keep her the same color that she is, like I did for these two and this one, then you have to cover her with Scotch tape. And you only need to cover her in certain areas around the rim of where her hair is, like all the way down here, all the way over her eyes, because they might get in her eye. Like I had some get on her eye right there. So So you want to make sure it's extra protected, and with the tail, you want to cover the legs too, because it kind of, when you set it down, it kind of drips on the legs, the back of the legs, so you want to cover that too with Scotch tape. And it's just a simple peel off afterwards. I am wanting to dye her hair orange because Adagio has orange hair. So I don't have orange dye, but I do have yellow and pink. This is the pink that I used on Majestic Melon, and this is the yellow I used on Cream Pie. So I'm gonna mix them together and I'm gonna make an orange dye, and I'll see how it turns out. I have no idea if it's going to work or if it's going to not work. And again, this is Rit liquid dye. It's fabric dye, and I got this at Walmart for about $3 or something. It's cheap, sort of. Okay, so let's get started.
Alright, so I'm going to boil some water in the microwave and put it for 1 minute. It didn't boil yet, so I'm putting it for 2. Have boiling water and a paper towel, a little container to put the pony in once I'm done, and my Rit colors. So I'm pouring the Rit colors in gradually. I don't want overly too much. And I think I did pour too much pink, so I'm gonna have to pour some more yellow. And you want to make sure you have parents' permission and parents' assistance with the warm water because it is very hot. I'm going to stir it with a spoon and lay it out on the paper towel so I can see the color, and it needs more yellow. So let's see how this looks. Yes, that'll do. That's much better. Not much of a difference, but it's better. Okay, I'm gonna dip just the tips of the pony's hair in so I can see if I like the color. You don't have to do this if you are not mixing colors, because since I mixed colors, I wasn't sure if I liked it or not. So just dip the whole pony in, and if you have tape on the pony to protect the skin, you want to make sure that you don't like dip the whole entire pony in. You want to make sure that you just gradually let it bleed up into the roots of the hair. And you should just let it sit for a while, kind of wave the hair through it so it kind of gets in between those little cracks. Yeah, don't touch the pony's hair after you dip it because it's really hot. And now you're going to take a tiny container and just rest the pony in it, place it on a paper towel, and let it dry naturally overnight. Once it is dry, you're going to gently wash it out, and I used a little bit of shampoo just to get all that extra gunk out of there. And all of a sudden, the tail color started coming out. Gee, this is just so... No, don't wash the tail out. Don't wash the tail out. That's a recommendation right there. No! Cheeseburger, how embarrassing. Jeez. Okay, so this is the tail of the $3 pony, the Cutie Mark Magic. The Cutie Mark Magic is nice, but look what it did. You're gonna have trials and errors. And then this is like a more expensive Fluttershy. It came with Sterling, Princess Sterling, so that was a little more expensive and better quality. That's what I used to make Majestic Melon. And yes, I failed, but every pony is different. And here's a comparison between the new ponies and the old ponies. The older ponies are, I think, are better to use. And the plastic is different, and the hair is different. And thank you for watching this video. And maybe your pony will work, maybe it won't. But Hasbro, why you make the tail quality so bad? Does this look like the same color to you? No, it doesn't, Mr. Hasbro. If you're a guy or a girl, I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye!